Hey guys, today I'll cover a new daily bias that formed on the Euro USD, and a heads up, the weekly bias on the Aussie USD still hasn't formed lower confirmation in either direction. Alright, so let's cover the Euro USD. Okay, this is a daily chart. Let me run you by the current setup I'm looking at. So the last daily long trade that formed was right here, and the last daily short trade that formed was right here, about 4 days ago. And so the daily risk parameters is between this pivot low and this pivot high. Now let's do our initial analysis and figure out how much long strength there is and short strength there is for this daily bias. Let's go over to the monthly chart. Okay, so on this monthly chart, the daily long trade formed right here, and the daily short trade formed in this area. Now in terms of that short trade, we have this miniature gap right here providing short strength. And moreover, for this long trade that formed right here, there's actually a miniature gap right here that's actually providing short strength. Now that's because that daily long trade is running right into this monthly gap. Okay, so strictly in terms of monthly elements, there's more short strength than long strength for that daily bias. Okay, so let's finish up this analysis. Let's go back to the daily chart. Okay, so back on this daily chart, in terms of candlesticks, this long trade right here has a nice full candle, providing a good amount of long strength. And this short trade right here is actually just a doji. So strictly in terms of candlesticks, there's more long strength than short strength. However, since the monthly chart is showing a lot of short strength compared to long strength, and as a basic rule, the higher time frame elements provide more strength. All in all, the initial analysis is stating that this bias is short, or in other words, price is likely to reach this pivot low before reaching this pivot high. Okay, but we always need lower confirmations to take a trade. So let's go ahead and see what's happening over there. Let's go over to the 1 hour chart. Okay, and if you're having trouble understanding what I'm talking about in terms of biases and lower confirmations, check out my analysis manual. Okay, and the link for that is in the details section of this video. Okay, so on this 1 hour chart, that daily short trade formed roughly in this area right here. And then right after that, we did get a breakout and immediate break back in. However, price came right back down to its pivot low to create strong 1 hour short strength, and thus confirming that daily bias to be short. Okay, and I'm also willing to take an aggressive entry on this setup. So let me show you what I'll be looking for. Let's go over to the 5-minute chart. Okay, so on this 5-minute chart, if we could get a nice pullback right up to these levels right here, making the pivot highs of this trend line roughly equal, and price will come down to this trend line, break it out, and immediately break back in. However, come down to its pivot low, creating strong 5-minute short strength. That's going to set up an aggressive short entry for me. So I'll be willing to take a short entry where that strong short strength formed, with a stop loss at the pivot high of this strong short strength setup, which is right here, with the main target way below on that daily bias's pivot low. Okay, moreover, keep in mind at this point, we only have a 1 hour lower confirmation. So I'm always watching for any possible 1 hour long confirmation forming, overriding that daily short bias. And I'll keep you guys updated with that. All right, so that's it for this weekly analysis. I hope you guys have a great week, guys. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.